Hi everyone, welcome back to Metroid Prime Trilogy. Last time we completed Metroid Prime. Now it's time to move on to Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Also known as Metroid Prime 2 Dark Echoes in Japan for some reason. Not sure why they decided to call it that. Anyway, hard modes aren't unlocked, or rather hyper modes as they're known in this version. Which means we're not going to be very much challenged here. However, normally, Metroid Prime 2 is known as the toughest game in the series. The Prime series. Mostly because of some famous bosses. Two come in mind. I want to say it's just one though, technically. Because the other one, I don't understand why people think it's hard or challenging. For this first part, we're probably going to cover the tutorial and well, after that we're going to move on from there. Okay, Federation troopers and render assistance. So, Samus has been contracted by the Federation to do this mission, even though it's not going to be really apparent in the gameplay. Gotta be real though, I prefer the intro of Metroid Prime. And Prime 3 too. Because in this game you immediately go into the planet. And it doesn't look as good as Aether. I might actually sound like I dislike Metroid Prime 2 the most out of the three main games. But I don't really. Or I do, I'm not sure. Well, I guess we'll see, because it's been a while since I've played this game. Like, if there's one thing I do dislike the most, it's the Samus model. Out of the three games, this is definitely the absolute worst. Out of all the games, honestly. Even Hunters did a better Samus model. Probably the best suit model out of all of them. But it was just CGI, so maybe that doesn't count. Hey, Samus is back. I guess you could say she's returned. Also, our shoulder pads are a little smaller, I think. Model has been adjusted a little bit. Which is good. Most importantly, the textures have been upgraded. Anyway, scanning. It still exists. And it's been majorly improved in this game. As soon as you can see, instead of icons on an object, it's the objects themselves that need to be targeted. So overall, it makes things much easier. And this time we're gonna check our gunship right away. Oh, and instead of telling you everything you need to know about the thing when you scan something, something that major, it will give you the option of accessing the logbook for more information and give you a small synopsis in the meantime. That's good. Anyway, we shoot this, and we shoot this, and we shoot this. This is our tutorial for shooting. Can we scan these things? No, I don't think we can. We can scan this though. Durable platform adapted to low light environments. What's over here? Something. What about it here? A door that we cannot open. We need translator files to bypass it, and unfortunately, Retro Studios, like, you're gonna see these doors type very often. They're a very direct way of blocking your way. Kind of like Fusion's doors, I want to say. Galactic Federation. Right now I'm trying to get rid of all the blue. This is disgusting. It's a Splinter. We're gonna have to scan it probably later, but there's supposed to be Splinter corpses and it's kind of disgusting. It is disgusting. So even though stuff is blue, that doesn't mean you can't like get new researches or stuff like that added to your logbook for scanning them. It's not just red that you have to focus on. Lock disengaged. Now you shoot these things. Yep. Oh, and these are different apparently. Hit by an unusual amount of weapon fire. More than necessary to kill it. Marines are not prone to such overkill. I wonder what it's trying to say. Also, this thing's in the way because this panel needs to be scanned. That's your search training. For you to look in the around you to see where the things are coming from. It's like a puzzle. I do like this segment a lot, actually. This intro. Gameplay-wise and atmosphere-wise. I'd say it's better than the Frigate from Metroid Prime 1. I know I said that I preferred Metroid Prime 1's intro, but what I mean is by the intro cinematic. Gameplay-wise and atmosphere-wise, Metroid Prime 2's is probably better. Although, for the overall story, maybe Prime 1's would be the best? I'm not sure. It's up to debate, really. They're all good. I think that's what matters. As long as they're all good, that's all that matters. Three troopers lost. They were unable to open Gate A1 when a gas trap was engaged. They could not escape to safety. Lock malfunction is to blame. Oh my gosh. What the hell? It's a jump scare, except it's not that scary. And our standard human. Scans indicate this trooper died of a cardiac arrest. Chemical levels in body suggest a state of extreme fear at time of death. These are splinters. Worker splinters. And they're basically just drones. Low-level targets. They don't really try to attack you. Source of fatal wounds. Galactic Federation assault weapon. Trooper was, in all likelihood, killed by friendly fire. Whether it was an accident or not remains to be seen. Guess we can scan the door. Yeah. Now, the last human. Scans detect extremely high levels of an unknown toxin in target's body. Numerous micropunctures in armor and body. Trace elements of toxin around these areas. You might think it's from these worker splinters. It is not. At least I don't think it is. I could have read something wrong. Now, some of these troopers have lore that you can get from them. And also they have names. This is GSGTC Bennett. You have to look in the logbook to see what they say. There's something wrong with the lock systems in this section. They failed twice, locking us out until someone came along to let us in. If it happens again while we're playing bait for those things, well, at least we'll go out fighting instead of hiding in the control area. I guess this one was prideful to some extent. Perhaps arrogant. Here's your morph ball training. And more troopers to identify stuff about. Trooper's armor computer heavily damaged, unable to recover log entries. Ah. Now what about this thing? Scans indicate target was recently terminated. This is a different creature, not a splinter. Actually, I don't even think this creature is supposed to be in this area. But, you know. It's a Metroid Prime game. I skipped this one too quickly, but it's not that important. And finally, we can go over here. Bombs. I've got them. I've also got the boost ball. And supposedly power bombs, but we can't use power bombs. I've installed one of the ship's reserve power cells here. It's holding so far, but too much activity could knock it offline. I hope we don't come to that. I think that's what it said. Whatever. Source of termination, blunt trauma to critical areas. This evidence suggests these bioforms were eliminated in close combat by unarmed troopers. So many freaking splinters. It's disgusting. Targets were terminated by a variety of trooper weapons. Unknown biochemical residue present on several exoskeletons. Further research recommended. And here we got a bomb slot. Y'all know what it is. I do like the electricity special effect added. Well, we can just leave this place now. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Zombies? Well, I guess we can at least say that Prime did it before the craze, right? Also, these troopers deal like no damage whatsoever. They're called Dark Troopers, in case anyone's wondering. Very original name. Hey, by the way, I've noticed the visor information is all off already. I guess the settings I've had for Metroid Prime 1 got transferred to this game. That's cool. I like it a lot. I like these settings a lot. Sorry if you don't like it, but I like my screen clean. Thank you very much. Hey, come on. Should probably identify some pickups. If I could get any. There we go. Oh, you don't have to identify energy units in this game. Forgot about that. Well, now we can go over here. Oh, and this door is locked. Aha. Don't have to identify it though. So now this thing's gonna get out of the way. And of course there's more zombies awaiting. We have missiles in case anyone was wondering. Missile pickup, but of course we don't need to look at it. There's probably going to be some stuff we're going to have to identify at some point. You know, pickups. Item pickups. Oh my goodness, what is going on over here? Who could that be? It looks like us. Also, it totally only went through that thing. Not properly. Anyway, the portal's supposed to close right, like 5 seconds after it opened up, but that's not gonna happen for some reason. One of the important skips of Metroid Prime 2 is to get past this portal without entering it. And to do that, you usually go out of bounds to avoid it. I never have done that myself, but I wouldn't really want to do that, personally. Anyway, let's go into it and watch a cutscene. We're going to be seeing this cutscene very, very often. It's a transition cutscene. This is the proper cutscene right here. Oh my, what an ambush. There were like 6 of those gigantic things up there. Also, what a fast shot. That arm cannon that Dark Samus has really could have been improved, though. Oh yeah, she's called Dark Samus. Surprise! we shouldn't know that yet, but you know. Anyway, Dark Samus aimed at the crystal instead of us for some reason. I wonder why. Well, for some reason, the shield that Samus is in is minimizing. It's becoming smaller. And now Samus is taking damage from the atmosphere. Well, For some reason, Samus can do this. She can shoot in the air, which apparently expelled all of her power-ups, or some of her power-ups. And thanks to that, she was able to escape, even though she could have escaped at any time. Yeah, the direction of that cutscene could have been improved. But, you know, whatever it takes to explain why Samus doesn't have her, well, most of her stuff from the previous game. Thankfully, Metroid Prime 3 doesn't even bother doing that. Anyway, it shows the battle suit version, blah blah blah. Alert, gear stolen by unknown creatures. Space jump thrusters offline, so we can no longer double jump. Grapple beam launcher offline, we didn't have it. Morph ball boost unit offline. We did have it. And power bomb generator offline. I don't get why we lost the power bomb. Also, we lost our missiles too. God damn it. And even the bombs. Every other thing, we still have it. So we still have the charge beam, thankfully. And the basic morph ball. Oh, and the Varasuit. Yeah, sadly we will never see the power suit ever again. In 3D, anyway. I guess we've also kept the scan visor. Anyway. Guess we're gonna check the store over here first. Because it's a save station. Which we don't actually need to scan. See, it's roughly the same animation as Prime 1's, but the sound effect is different, so it's not as good. Well, hello there. Power relays connected, elevator unit online. Now we can access this elevator of sorts. Transportation unit, I guess? It will move when we enter the hologram. However, I want to check something over here first. Can I move this stain out of the way? I guess not. I guess it's like blocked. Yeah, I think it is blocked. Okay, I just had to check. Let's get out of here. Gosh, it's already been 18 minutes. Huh. Guess it's gonna be a long episode, as usual. 45 minutes every episode. What do y'all think? I kind of wish it was 30 minutes, but, you know. I feel like doing a lot of progress every video. If I can. Hey, do y'all know how to shoot? Just had to scan this just in case. Well, now we're outside, thankfully. Where everything looks more organic. For what it's worth, the art direction in Metroid Prime 2 is overall probably much better than Prime 1's. But the areas chosen for you to explore are kind of disappointing team-wise. More on that later. Like in later episodes. Yep, gotta identify this bridge. They're kind of picky on what you can choose to scan and what kind of information you can get out of some of these things. I don't particularly mind, at least. Anyway, that giant crate is going all the way over there. It actually is gonna come up later. Weirdly enough. Nice cohesion. I mean, cow launched. Oh, also, these are attack splinters. Or splinters. Basically the very basic enemy of this game. It's different. Don't judge them. These are beetles. Annoying, but overall harmless. These are destroyed splinter cocoons. Here we have this that we have to identify. So that we can shoot at more stuff. Which is super easy with the pointer controls. Normally you'd have to lock onto these things. or hold the R button and aim up to them manually without being able to move otherwise. I think this door shuts at some point or something. You know, to block your way. Ah, so what do you have to say? PFC M. Veroni. I think Haley's losing it. He talks to himself all the time and he won't sleep. He almost shot me on watch the other night. I think he thought I was one of these things, or those things. I talked to the doc about taking him off the line, and he told me we all need all the help we can get. That's true, but if he goes berserk and kills a bunch of us, that won't be very helpful. Seems like a sane thing to point out. Don't know why that person died over here. I think it's a she. I could be wrong. There are some... It's hard to identify who's a male and female. Very gender-neutral outfits. I know that someone's a huge fan of Samus among the troopers. What is this thing? Object is composed of nutrient-grade biomatter, protected by thick exobarrier and tensile webbing. Possible source of nourishment for local bioforms. You don't say. Can't do anything with that. And now we're over here. The temple grounds. By the way, note how the sky is kind of purple-ish. I wonder why. Also that crate, all the way over there. Also the nice music. Very nice music. Man, why do I have to identify all of these things individually? That bothers me. Also, I have to identify these cocoons before I get close to them. Hi. Yeah, the splinters lunge at you, but they're really slow. Aha, what's this thing? Oh, it's another cocoon. Well, good thing I identified that one at least. Yay. Well, looks like the thing's broken down. But the game's not being too subtle about what we're supposed to do. Charge shot. There we go. First things first, oh, we can't actually go through this door. Because it's a missile door. And guess what we just lost? Missiles. There's a missile pickup right over there, though. If only we could get to it. I think it might be possible, especially without a bounce. But we're not supposed to get missiles right now, so we're gonna ignore that. Galactic Federation Gate Mark 7. This is a Denzium, but let's just call it Ben Denzium. Hint, hint. Guess what we're gonna need to actually break through those things. Clear to proceed. So the doors behind us have now come down, but the one in front of us has opened up. So if you were hoping to go back track to the blast door, the missile door, let's say, and get the other missile power up, guess what? You can't do it right away because of these things. Try to scan the blue thing right now. More Bendenzium. And more splinters. No, what? I wasn't too hot on the music the first time I played this game. Thought it was too bombastic. But it's its own thing now. Thought there was something behind that thing. Alright, so what do you have to say? We'll be making our stand here. The engineer tells me there's no way we'll get the ship's engine online. An atmospheric interference is scrambling our distress beacon. If anyone reads this, know that we did our duty and fought well. I believe you, Bruda. I believe you. Should I say broda? Like brother? Maybe. Maybe not. I think this was a completely optional scan, what I did right there. Because that thing's supposed to be a distress beacon. But transmission failed due to atmospheric interference. Oh my goodness, more dark troopers. Just die. Or die again, I guess, consider they're zombies. Oh. There's a turret right over there. The turret is actually targeting the splinters. That's cool. Anyway, Growler class turret. Automated defense system. Lightly armored gun used for point defense. Fast targets can evade its tracking systems. I guess splinters are not fast targets. It does target you. Weirdly enough. Don't know why. Alright, we gotta scan this thing. But not from here. We'll do it from here. But first, what do you have to say? Angset! Yeah! This is ridiculous. I can outshoot half the men here, and I'm stuck on monitor duty. I didn't join up to stare at a hollow screen. This wouldn't have happened to Samus Aran. She'd be out there taking care of business, not pushing buttons and sending reports. So Angset, I think a lot of people see her as female, but I don't think there's much indicating it. I think it's another scan that confirms that she's female. Looks up to Samus Aran, and because of that, she's like the favorite out of all the dead troopers here in this game. Oh, yeah, this thing's broken, so gotta go here. Like, out of all these dead troopers, which one's gonna be the favorite? The ones that keep talking generically about what happened, or the one that praises you, even in death? There's a red thing over there, but I'm trying to scan the ship before a cutscene happens. It's the GFS Thur! Yep, that's what it is. Yep, I want to scan this guy. Captain A. Exter. What a strange name. I'm beginning to think it was a real bad idea going down there. Reeves is right. That hive is just one of many. It's stupid to steer a hornet's nest, especially if you plan on sleeping under it. And now for one of the more touching cutscenes of the Prime trilogy. Or maybe more or less a cutscene that really helps Samus's character for the Prime trilogy. Just watch it. We need backup. We need backup. That's what that guy said. Look at that person shooting with one arm. Initially, anyway. Anyway, these look like splinters, but they're all dark for some reason. And it takes only one to defeat a trooper. They are decently large, but you know. I like how that trooper seemed to be doing a lot of cool stuff, but eventually even they fall. They all do. Except that guy. He's gonna die from his wounds soon, but somehow he survived the onslaught initially. Don't know what he did right there. He just saved a video or something? One last tweet, maybe? I shouldn't be laughing. This is supposed to be a touching, emotional cutscene that really helps build Samus's character. You know, she cares. She cares. Better than other M's story. Anyway, a lot of GFS troopers to check here. Triplet. What do you have to say? The Sarge says those splinters remind him of some killer bug he saw on another planet once. All I know is the things are fast and take a lot to drop. Pretty soon we'll have to go to bayonets. Everyone's low on ammo. Even Broad, and he's the stingiest grunt I know. Is it stingy or stingy? I think it's stingy, but I could be wrong. Broad. Wasn't there someone with your name already? Man, I hope that this is the only breeding ground for these things. If there's more, we're in big trouble. We had a hard enough time taking that one out of commission. I almost ran out of ammo. I never run out of ammo. What about this? A Galactic Federation Ordnance Crate. Tactical data suggests the presence of a personal weapon system within this crate. Use of heavy force required to eliminate the crate. There's missiles in that. It's actually possible to glitch the game and get 2 missiles out of it, but we're not going to do that, hopefully. Anyway, Haley. I hear them everywhere. They're coming. Can't sleep ever. They'll eat me. Eat! Well, looks like this person's crazy. Actually, I think it's Holly, not Haley. For details. Milligan. Bruda lost a bet, so he switched watch duty with me. I figured this section is nice and safe and boring, which suits me just fine. Let those other pugs guard the hot zone. Hold on. Hey, halt! No! That makes no sense. That makes no sense. It's like that Monty Python joke about the cave of Arg, or the monster of Arg, something like that. I don't know. Like, the joke is that they said that that's actually what the place was called. The Cave of Arg, or the Monster of Arg. I need to watch that movie again. It's fairly entertaining, even though the middle is a little boring. Last night at Chow, Ankset starts talking about some bounty hunter and how she blew up a planet full of space pirates. Yeah, that's the confirmation that Ankset's a woman. I told her I didn't believe in fairy tales like that, and she took it personal. I just find it hard to believe that one person took out an entire space pirate base, but that's all. But if she wants to believe in this Samus or Bigfoot or Santa Claus, she can. Doors to open position, access to map station granted. Thank you very much. I actually like the location of this map station. It makes logical sense. Like, I imagine what it's supposed to be is the data sector, where they store all their information. Because you can see all these things around. So a map station being here makes sense because, you know, it would be part of the data. Also, we gotta scan these seats individually. Well, maybe not individually, just a lot of them. It's cool if you're really interested in these Federation soldiers. Or troopers, gunners, you know. Hell, maybe Nintendo will make an entire game about Federation troops. Something called, Federation Force, maybe? It totally won't be panned or anything like that. Like, seriously. Exeter was the commanding officer. We can go over here, but we want the missiles first. Gimme. Missile launcher. Pretty sure if you get a generic expansion, that's more than enough. Anyway, we didn't have to fight anything, except we do. We gotta fight the Dark Splinters. There's quite a few of them. If you're a beginner, you might actually lose. Also, a charge shot doesn't defeat these things instantly. Weird. I think missiles do, though? Maybe. Okay, only 4 of them. Not that many. Also, if you want to go on the ship, don't worry. We'll go on the top of the ship at some point. Because we have to. Damn it, I'm trying to check something right now, but I guess we can't see it from here. Whatever. Object appears to be a damaged piece of powered art. And here we got a kinetic orb cannon. Basically, it's like instead of bombing a slot, you get shot out of it. Like some kind of circus clown. It's a transporter. That's all it is. Although, incidentally, there's a fun glitch with this where if you use it in a out of bounds sort of way, you can basically use the damage caused by these things to break open some enemies. Destroy some enemies. Deal tons of damage. Like, I think it's 1 million damage per frame. It's used to defeat like a boss in sequence breaking for this game. Anyway, a power bomb door. Those are fun. Just wanted to scan that thing. Gosh, already 37 minutes. Not quite done just yet. Hi. Dennis. Dennis. I'm the only one left. Managed to get out of the hive, but when I got to the ship, Aaron was gone. Dead. I'm heading for that alien building we saw earlier. Maybe someone can help me there. Wait, something's moving down there. Hello? Why would you write about this? So goofy. Also, I think I missed a scan. Because I'm pretty sure you're supposed to have all of the Federation troop scans when you're over here. Well, we'll be going back through that tutorial area at some point anyway. So it's not that terrible. Bees! Wasps, sorry. War wasps. They exist here too for some reason. They've been given a minor upgrade. Instead of trying to ram you, they try to shoot you more often. Annoying. Anyway, we're supposed to... yeah, scan this. Wow, that was so necessary. War Wasp Hive. You know, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are glad that I won't be reading every little scan from now on because of how they've been reduced in size. Because you need to access the logbook to be able to really, really, really read them. Structural analysis complete. Wall section is structurally unsound. Oh, well, I damaged it but didn't break it completely. A heavy impact may cause it to shatter. Okay. The hell? Oh, I think I missed a hive. Yeah, right up there. Scan this. Then I break open this thing. Yay! And now I'm over here. We had to go over here. We really, really did. Y'all want to bother me? What's this strange creature? Target has been dead for 8 cycles. So 8 days, 8 years? I think 8 days. Trace amounts of unknown chemical present in target. It has an effect similar to mummification on dead biomatter. Further analysis required to determine chemicals' effect on living biomatter. No missile pickups. And we're almost done with the tutorial, thankfully. This is a cool elevator cinematic. Faster too, compared to Prime 1's. .1 cycles. Despite the presence of local animals, target corpse has not been disturbed. Scans suggest the presence of a toxic biochemical within the target. This may explain the lack of carrion feeding. Actually, I think the reason why they've got toxic chemicals in them is because it's to protect themselves from some other creature. Target size and muscle mass suggests heavy combat training. It's likely that it was a warrior of some kind. The lack of gear, armor, or weapons is curious. Perhaps they were taken by others of its kind? Okay, maybe they were possessed. Whatever. Oh, these things! These creatures! I want to scan the creatures! Damn it. Ah, I didn't get a chance to fully scan them. But I started work on it. We'll encounter them some other time. Basically, there's some kind of bats that are spammed every time you enter a room, and you can't really scan them the first time. It's disappointing. Brimstone? Telluric alloy. That's something that's weak to your bombs, in case you're wondering. In case anyone's wondering about everything. We're about to get one more power-up before this video ends. Unfortunately, that power-up is purely, it doesn't really exist. If you sequence break and don't get this power-up, you can still finish the game, even though, story-wise, it's supposed to say that this is the only reason why you can beat the game. You know? Anyway, what are those things? These pods? Or hibernetic status chambers. Life signs of hibernating bioforms within the chambers are steady. Chambers are made of a number of exotic metals. It would be quite difficult to breach them with conventional weapons. So there are things inside. Creatures. People. Also, these doors. These silly, silly doors. Well, I'm gonna scan them very, very soon, so whatever. Let's go over here, because there's clearly something up there. Splinters. More freaking splinters. And they're about to be possessed. Almost right away. Samus, you could try shooting at them right now while they're transforming. You actually can do that, because sometimes these transformations happen while you're fighting a basic creature, and if you destroy the creature before they're corrupted or possessed, that actually saves you some trouble. Quite cool. Anyway, this fight right here is actually pretty damn difficult in hard mode. If you're not good at strafing, you're gonna die surprisingly quickly. It's a good thing there's a safe station just before you do this. Anyway, it's time for the Alpha Splinter now. Quick scan it. So, Alpha male of a war pack. Gigantic predator, very swift and strong. It uses a ramming attack that it predicts well where you're gonna go, is the thing. That's what makes this enemy so hard. But if you get how its AI works, it's not that hard. Basically, don't keep strafing in the same direction over and over and over. You know, after dealing enough damage, it gets corrupted. Now it's the Dark Alpha Splinter. Original name, do not steal. Ironically enough, even though it's supposed to be stronger, it's actually weaker to some extent. Mostly because its AI is easier to predict. Like, it no longer tries to go for where you're going. Which means, if you keep going in one direction, it will not hit you. See? Super easy. But it does hit harder. So if you aren't good at all at strafing, you're probably gonna get a game over. Because remember, you only have 99 health in this fight. And there are hardly any pickups. And I think in hard mode it deals like 30 damage per hit. Maybe only 20. Anyway, for some reason, this thing had a power-up of some kind. A cheap flash gradient effect. Oh, unknown technology. Don't know why it's going around like that. You think it would just immediately go into Samus. It does not straighten us in any way. Anyway, system alert, unknown items acquired. Alien technology has bonded to armor systems. Threat scan complete, no negative impact on suit performance. Usually when that kind of stuff happens, that means something bad is about to happen later in the game. But not in this case. Not in this case. It's going to be explained in this upcoming cutscene. And after this cutscene, I'm going back to save, and that'll be the end of the video. Oh, over 50 minutes. Gosh. Hi. Anyone here? Apparently. Do not be afraid. I am Umos, Sentinel of the Luminoth. Please listen and hear of our world's peril. Long ago, a cosmic object fell to our planet, Aether, exploding with great force. A rift was torn in time, in space, and a strange power flowed over the world. Phazon? I think it's Phazon. Just the way it affected the Aether is a lot different than what Prime 1 and Prime 3 suggest. Where once there was one Aether, there were now two. One of light and one of shadow, each existing in its own dimension. It was the end of peace on Aether, for a new race was born that day out in the dark world. One filled with hate and terrible power. They are the Ing! Interesting design. I actually like it a lot. Anyway, the Ing are creatures of shadow and darkness, knowing nothing of peace or mercy. For decades, we stood against them, yet we now lie on the verge of defeat. When Dark Aether was born, our planetary energy was divided, half for our world, half for theirs. Should one world gain control of this energy, the other will perish. And guess what? That energy right up there, that's the last one for this side. Before you arrived, the Ing had stolen a device from us, one that collects planetary energy. With it, they have weakened our planet to the verge of collapse. But fortune smiled upon us this day, this moment really, for the energy transfer module is now bonded to you. With it, you can help us restore our world. You're our only hope, Samus. How do you already know my name? Should we fall, the Ing will look to the stars for new planets to ravage and conquer. Your species could be their next victims. The Ing have taken our energy to 3 temples on Dark Aether. Find these temples and transfer the energy from them to our own. I have updated your map system with location of another temple. There is knowledge there that can help you on our way. I have also updated the translator module. Even though you could give me access to all of the freaking modules, he only gives us access to the valid ones. And I prepare well for your journey. They now know you possess the energy transfer module. They will try to recover it at all costs. They attack you the same way they would even if you didn't have it. May the light of Aether shine upon you. So, yeah, that's Umos. He's your friendly NPC that you will interact with occasionally. Not too bad, no voice acting, so people don't hate him that much. Luminoth, indigenous sentient species of planet Aether. Subject is Umos, Sentinel of the Luminoth, guardian of his species in this sacred temple. Beneficial abilities including heightened reflexes, durability, psionics, and flight. Ability to generate and manipulate energy on par with that of the Chozo. Dating scan suggests an age of 2.15 centicycles. Only known active member of the species. Remaining Luminoth locked in protective stasis until crisis is resolved. So, a cycle is a year. Not a day. Okay. Because otherwise, Umos is only 250 days old. Which makes no sense considering he knows all about the history of the planet for decades. Energy controller. As I explained, the energy controller or energy transfer module is completely useless. Even if you skip it, you still can complete the game. Also, if you can shoot at Umos, he's got an energy shield. Oh, also, these are the lore scans for Luminoth lore. And I guess I've got to read this one right now. It is told that the Luminoth were not born of Aether, but of the stars. In the early days, we roamed the greatness of the void, bathed in the glorious light of 1,000 stars. We met a vast number of the lightning minds, the Nkren, the Yila, and the Chozo among them. Each of them we found had claimed a homeworld and formed a deep bond with it. In time, we decided to do the same. And that's all for our Luminoth lore this day. We are out of here, back to the save station. And next time, we're going to continue the Metroid Prime 2 adventure on Aether! Whoops! I can't go back to my save station. God damn it. Well, guess we gotta go over here. Gotta find a save station. Pathway to Aegon. Also these enemies. I think these enemies only exist here. Or in like one other room at most. They're not very tough. At all. Like, I think they're supposed to be to protect Luminoth. Why they target you is beyond me, but you know. Open sesame. And we're back here. Yeah, y'all see that thing over there? That's where we are. More of these things, seriously. Well, you're about to be possessed, but if you're fast enough, you can destroy them before that happens. I destroyed most of them, except this one. Mm-hmm. See? If I had been fast enough, I'd destroyed them all, and that would have been cool. Anyway, give me energy tank. That's useful. Very, very useful. There's a mechanic in this game that a lot of people don't like, and energy tanks are what you do to counter it. For the most part. I really can't go up there. Sure. Need space jump. Damn it. Oh well. So much for getting that expansion right now. Yep. So much for that. I'm going back over here right now because I think that's where I'm supposed to go, but I could be wrong. Yeah, it is where we're supposed to go. Fair enough. Now, what about a save station? Retro Studios. Could really use a save station right about now. Also, GFME's Testament. We're gonna read this. File entry, Warrior GFME. Their army swells, beasts and rogue machines join the ranks of the Horde, all eager to bring death to the Luminoth. The Ing sent these new additions to the industrial sites to battle with me, while they watched from safety. Cowardly mongrels. My only regret in death is that I did not live to see the day of their defeat. May it come soon. These testaments, they're your indication that there's something up in this area that you will have to collect much later in the game. Like, you'll need to collect the stuff of these not Chozo, Luminoth. Before you go over here, go over here. There's missile expansion. Mm-hmm. Now, one more thing. Bottomless Void. You might think it's instant game over if you fall, but it is not. It's only like 2 damage at most. Oh, also there's a scan over here. I almost forgot about it, jeez. More reading. Our search for a home took us through the cosmos. For many a great cycle we roamed, yet a place to call our own eluded us. In time we began to despair, feeling the search was in vain. We considered remaining among the stars until a scout returned with news of a world unlike any other. When we beheld Aether for the first time, so great was her beauty that we forsook the stars forever to live upon her surface. From that day forth the Luminoth were of Aether, our blessed paradise. That's cute. Gosh, where's the next save station? Jesus Christ. I should have stopped at the save station just before the Alpha Splinter fight. Really should have. This is going to be an hour-long episode. God damn. Anyway, these are different pods for containing stuff for you to get back out of them. That's cute. Dead for 1.1 decacycles. So over 10 years. Lumite, annoying. Ignore for the most part. That's some sandgrass. Don't know why we have to scan it. It's not like it stops us or anything. The people weren't kidding about this game having checkpoint starvation. Like, seriously. You know what? Maybe I think what I'm probably speaking. I'm in post commentary right now, but I think what I probably did when I eventually edited this video is I probably stopped the video after talking with Umos, and then started video 2 without warning myself about it. Also, we got a sand digger right here. We're gonna ignore it. Like, why would we fight it? There's no point. Oh my god, a save station. Okay, never mind. You know what? I probably didn't split the video. Oh, and just before we're finished. Yay, sand bats. So that's done with. So I hope you've all enjoyed this 1 hour long video, and I'll have a very nice day. Next time, we're going to explore Aegon Wastes, a desert landscape that didn't really represent the talent of Retro Studios' art direction all that well. But, you know, it's something at least. See you next time. Bye-bye.